So why do smart people still end up broke? Well, it's not because they don't know what to do. Everybody knows what to do, right? Save money, stay out of debt, invest for retirement, live below your means, stuff like that, right? It's all pretty common sense. You already know this. So why is it that all these people are still ending up broke at retirement? I'm going to break that down for you. It's not a knowledge problem. It's a discipline problem. And in this video, I'm going to show you that discipline is the common trait behind almost every successful person. Let's get started. So what is discipline? Discipline is an action. It's doing what you say you're going to do, even when you don't feel like doing it. Discipline is not motivation, or motivation is not discipline. You see, motivation comes and goes, right? You'll get motivated to do something, you get all excited and you'll do it, but then the motivation goes. And if you're disciplined, you'll keep doing the thing you need to do to reach the goal. Think of discipline like a muscle, right? Nobody's born with strong discipline. You have to work it out. And if you take small exercises and continue to work them over and over, your discipline gets stronger, right? So like when you go to the gym, you want to work out on your muscles, your fitness. What you have to do is you have to keep going over and over and over, right? It's the discipline so that you can get the results you want. Well, financial discipline is no different. Discipline is discipline. It's the muscle. It applies in all areas of your life. So when you want to, say, for example, you want to exercise discipline in your health. You want to start eating better. Well, what you do is you just decide, you take small exercises. I'm going to do this for one day, right? Because it's hard, right? I want to do it for one day. I'm going to eat good this one day. I'm not going to eat any junk. I'm not even going to think about junk. I'm going to be strong. So you do that, and you do that a couple times, and then pretty soon it becomes easy, right? So that one day you're like, oh, one day, no problem. Now what you do is you add another day, and then another day, and then you do longer ones. You do a week. Okay, this whole week I'm not going to eat any junk. Or if you wanted to do fasting, you do the fasting the same way. If you've never fasted, do a 24-hour fast. You'll see it's hard at first, but then becomes easier. As you work it, your discipline muscle gets stronger. Same thing with finance. With finance, you need to put a little bit of money away for retirement. You need to save. You need to save for a purchase. You need to save for emergency fund. Whatever it is, make it a habit. Do small things. Build this exercise. Take the money, set it aside. Put it in your high yield savings account. Build your 3-layer emergency fund. Build your retirement fund. Start that Roth IRA account. Do these things and do it with small amounts. As that becomes easy, you can increase those amounts more and more and more. Pretty soon, it becomes really, really easy. Sometimes discipline comes in the form of self-denial, right? So you need to be disciplined not to just consume or take things or enjoy everything right now. You need to deny self now so that you can have more later, right? A good example is Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett bought his house in Omaha, Nebraska in 1958 and still lives there today. He's a good example of self-denial. His focus was on investing rather than constantly upgrading his lifestyle. Warren Buffett is known for his patience and his discipline, and look at the results. You see, wealth is not about looking rich or looking like you have money. Oftentimes, the people that have to look like they have money are the most broke. The people that buy those fancy brands, those Dior's, and shop at Rodeo Drive and all these big fancy brand things, they're the ones that are almost always broke. They're always trying to prove they have money. The people with money often don't look like they have money. They don't dress fancy. This is why they have money. They don't waste it on for show. They have it for real. You see, these people don't buy luxury cars or fancy cars. They're not doing things for show, and they don't have car payments. These people often buy cars that are less expensive, not luxury, but very reliable. Reliability is the big thing. Reliability and cost. They don't have car payments. They're not there trying to impress you. I'll give you a biblical example. In Proverbs 21:20, it says, "The wise store up choice food and olive oil, while the fool gulps it down." So the point is, wise people save, foolish people consume. They consume everything they make. So if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you're acting foolish and you'll have nothing. What you need to do is be wise. Live below your means. Delay gratification. Take some of what you earn and set it aside. And really, who cares what people think? Who cares if they think you have money right now? You're better off looking broke and saving the money for your future, because these people aren't likely to be there for you when you're older, broke, and in need. And here's another one for you. Proverbs 13:11. Whoever saves money little by little makes it grow. You see, it doesn't matter how much you save, it matters that you save. Start with whatever you can. If it's $10, $25, $100,000, whatever that amount is for you, take that money and set that aside. Be disciplined. Build the discipline muscle. Start small. It's not the amount that's important, it's the habit. Build that habit. Get the discipline. The amount will come later. And look, I understand we all have excuses or reasons why we can't do something, why we can't save, or whatever it is you want to do. But you know what? That's a choice. You conceding to your excuses is your choice. I mean, look at David Goggins. Here's a man who had no excuse big enough to stop him, and he had some good reasons to not do something. That guy was a Navy SEAL. He was an Army Ranger. In the Air Force, he was a tactical air party control trainer. And if that wasn't enough, this guy ran ultra marathons with very little training afterwards. He set Guinness Book of World Records. The guy let nothing be an excuse. And it was later found out that this guy had not only one, but 2 heart murmurs. He had health conditions that should have stopped him from this. He should never have been able to do any of this. But he didn't let that be an excuse. He had a tough childhood. He didn't even qualify for the military. He had to lose 100 pounds before he was even allowed in the military. This man had to practice discipline early, and he did it his whole life and didn't let anything be an excuse. So next time you want to think of an excuse of why you can't do something, think about Goggins. Think about what he overcame and how he didn't let anything be an excuse. How about another example? Kobe Bryant. You guys know Kobe Bryant? He showed up before practice. He took extra shots, stayed later. That guy practiced more than anybody else on his team, and it showed. Why do you think he was so great? Or how about Michael Jordan? Didn't even make his varsity team in high school. Yet, look what he accomplished, right? MVP awards, NBA championships. The guy did some incredible things. So you can overcome your excuses. You just have to do it. Exercise that discipline muscle. You know, I'm reminded of a video of a father and son I saw. This video I saw it a long time ago. I don't even remember who it was, but they were trying to give an example of excuses just slow you down. So the kid was going, but Dad, I'm tired. And the father would say, do it anyway. And then the kid would say, but I don't feel motivated. The father would say, do it anyway. And the kid would give another excuse. And the answer from the father was always do it anyway. But this, do it anyway. But this, do it anyway. Right? So it didn't matter how you felt. It was do it anyway. They weren't talking about finance. They were talking about something else. So the discipline applies to all aspects of your life. You can use it everywhere. Finance is just another area where you can use it. Practice discipline, build that muscle, you can accomplish great things. So the point I want to get across is discipline is so important in your finances and in every aspect of your life. Practice discipline and you will have a better life. Practice discipline in your finances and you'll have finances. You'll have money later. If you want to get wealthy, have the discipline for it. You want to get healthy, have the discipline for it. No matter what you're trying to do and accomplish, if you exercise that discipline muscle, it becomes easier. You'll be able to accomplish what you need to accomplish. Now I know I'm speaking to 2 audiences here. One, mainly my kids. I'm trying to pass on my knowledge to my kids. And second is the greater audience. There's more of you that are not my kids that are coming across this video. If you found any value in this, please click that like and subscribe, but also comment in the videos so that I can see what helped you. And until next time, follow for more.